Hi y'all, this is Jared R. at Bear Bull Traders, and today I'm going to share with you guys a trade I took on MU right at market open. But first I want to give a quick shout out to Abel and all the moderators, but especially today Abel for being very patient with me. It turns out I'm not an OBS studio prodigy. I've had a lot of technical difficulties and he's been very patient helping me and coaching me through this process. So thank you, Abel, for all your hard work. This is my first trade recap, so I definitely needed some assistance, so appreciate that. But today I'm going to go over a trade. I was one and done on the day, just one trade on MU right at market open. So if we see how MU is trading kind of in a narrow range-ish, after this big pop in pre-market, it was kind of, making really slow movements here. Right at open, it looked weak. And if you look at the 1 minute chart, I'll show you guys right here. What I saw was that right at open it did this big move, so it looked pretty weak. It bounced off the 200 MA on the 1 minute chart, came back up, tested the 50 MA, and then went right back down. So I saw this as nice weakness and a good entry. So get you back to the 5 minute chart because that's really what I do. I prioritize the 5 minute chart the most probably. So that's the weakness I saw. So I took a short right here. I trade in the first 5 minutes often. It's one of my best time periods, although when I first started that wasn't the case. So that's a good example of a development of a skill over time. But this is actually a full position. So I took my first partial, which is a 50% partial, pretty quickly. And when I look at it now, I kind of have seller's remorse in a way because you get greedy after the fact. But this was actually intentional, and what it allowed me to do is put a little profit in my pocket and allowed me to remain more calm for the rest of the trade so I could be more patient. So this actually helped me get right back in my comfort zone. It went down right in my favor, took another 50% partial here, so now I'm 75% out of this trade, and I took my final 25% partial out right there, so I'm all out. Now my ultimate profit target was this 38.63 level, which orange on my chart signifies the 200 MA on the daily. So that was my ultimate profit target. I didn't quite make it, and I know on the 5 minute chart you can't tell, but I actually went all out before it hit the profit target, not after. So if I show you on the 1 minute chart, that becomes more obvious. So you'll see short, 50% out, 75% out, all the way out. Now my profit target was again somewhere down here, but it was kind of looked like it was going to stay at this 38.70 for a while. I wasn't sure if it was ever going to make up this last bit of ground here. So I went all out, and that was partially just because I wasn't sure if that was going to happen, and another partially because it was really hard for, I knew I was probably already at my daily goal, and that definitely factored in here. So if I had waited another 3 minutes or so, I could have got out right at my ultimate profit target. So maybe I went out a little early, but I did hit my daily goal of 1% of account equity return. So good day for me, green for the green day and green for the week. So overall I feel really good about it. A little bit about me, if you guys are curious, since this is my first recap. I've been in the community for about 1.5 years. I've been broke. My broker I'm using is CMEG, and I was going to switch to Interactive Brokers because the old commission structure was eating me alive, but then they sent the email about the new commission structure, which I think Carlos has done a good job explaining. I've had nothing but good experiences with it so far. So if anyone has any questions, be happy to share, but nothing but good experiences. So I look forward to y'all's feedback and hearing what you guys think, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the chat room on Monday. Thanks.